You are now tuned in to the Premier Hotspur TV. Sit back, get involved, comment away, because we are live.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Premier Hotspur TV. It's your man Simon, North of England's biggest Spurs fan. Yes, guys, we are live again, guys, with another match preview with Crystal Palace versus Tottenham tomorrow, 12:30. Joined by my co-host once again, Matt. Matt, how's it going?
Yeah, no, all good, mate. Sorry we're a bit late, got a few technical difficulties, but we're there. So main thing is we're live, so that's the main thing. Yeah, no, looking forward to Premier League football returning and hopefully a good result tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a lot to go through, Matt. Won't keep us long because I'll go literally straight on to another one after this. So I want to get myself at least half an hour before I can do that. So first, before we go into the weekend's game, mate, let's congratulate this man, Nuno, for winning the Managers of the Month. Absolutely fantastic. 3 wins out of 3. And let's see if you could do it tomorrow. Absolutely. So, Matt, the first one we'll come to, Matt, is can the winning run continue? Before we get your things on that, guys, if you are coming into the chat, smash the subscribe, like, comment, and leave all your comments in there. And I think Matt, you still there? I think Matt's froze. So why Matt's froze there, guys? I don't know if it's a StreamYard error. I don't know if it's Matt's connection. I don't know. I'll let Matt sort that out. Can we continue this winning run, guys? Oh, Jesus, it's going to be an absolute tough test. We've only lost 3, I think, out of the last 14 games against Palace. I think winning 8, something like that. And drawing a couple. So, yeah. Palace is a tough ground to go to. They went away to West Ham. They've got a good point, 2-2, and that was very good. And Conor Gallagher, we'll get into that player as well. But can the winning run continue? I think it can. I really do. I think it can. So tough test. Really tough test. Just want everyone in the comments, just let us know, can this winning run continue against Crystal Palace at the weekend? As I said, we've got some issues with some players, and with Matt's going to come back in now. Matt, yes, back in, Matt.
Yeah, sorry, my browser literally just kicked me off.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Not a problem. Yup. Yes. Thank you for tuning in. Absolutely fantastic. Ain't seen you for a while, pal. Thanks for tuning in. And we got Mr. Bonner. Wayne, thanks for coming in. How are they, fellas? Come on, you Spurs. Yes, mate. Thank you for tuning in. And guys, remember, get your comments in, guys. Get your comments in. Ask us any questions and things like that. So, Matt, before you froze there, the question was, can this winning run continue against a Palace side? Ain't started great this thing, but they had a good result against West Ham away. Patrick Vieira seems like he's slowly but surely he's turning his team around, and he's got Edouard up top, which I was disappointed at. Tottenham really going for this guy. So Matt, tell me, can this winning run continue tomorrow, mate?
I mean, I think it can. I still think we've got enough. Obviously, I'm sure we'll get into, a few injury concerns and things like that. I'm sure that'll be a question,
Yeah.
In the, coming up. Obviously, we've played 12 Premier League games away at Selhurst Park. We've won 7, drawn 3, lost 2. So, I mean, if you look at it in that sense, then yeah, we can. But this is going to be a different sort of Palace side. My worry is they haven't won at home yet. I'm just hoping it doesn't come against us. I really don't. But I personally think it will be a tight game, which they always are. It's normally a sort of a 1-1 or a sort of 1-0, isn't it? There's always a 2-1. We somehow grind out a result and nick it, but obviously last season, we went there, didn't we? We went 1-0 up and then threw it away, and it was
Straight away.
1-1. So
Absolutely. So this is what I'm saying, Matt. It's
yeah,
a tough ground. But the thing is with Palace, they've lost a lot of experience, and I think some of these players have got to the back end of their careers, and this has got rid of them in the summer. Patrick Vieira just wants a young, rejuvenated Palace side, which will go forwards in the future. And it looks like he's done a couple of good buys. So
hopefully
for me,
hopefully they're going to attack, and then it opens up a couple of spaces, for us. It's just how we use our counter attack tomorrow, I think. And if we take our chances,
it depends what players we've got available, and we'll get into that.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, once again, smash the subscribe if you already haven't. If you're new to the channel, smash the like, guys. And if you are just coming in, just leave us a little comment in there, guys, and just ask us anything, guys. It doesn't have to be about this game, guys. It can be about anything. Wayne says, I'd like to see Hill play against Palace. We'll get into that, Wayne. Yeah, 100%. That's if Son's injury news. We don't know. He's don't know if he's playing a mind games in there. He seemed all right when they're playing that game the other night. He was on the sub bench, and it didn't seem like it was bandaged up or. So I don't know. So we'll get into that, Matt. And the next one, Matt. Will you give a start to this man tomorrow? Endon Gascoigne. Even in this picture here, Endon Gascoigne. There he is.
I mean, it doesn't look like a man that's unhappy from what I can see. He's always bloody smiling.
100%. I mean, and that's it, Matt. You're correct there. Every single clip we see, okay, the media just wants the clips we want to see. You know what I mean? But every ones we do see, the little videos, little clips, he seems happy. He gets on with the other players and things like that. And let's hope now, Matt, and what's come out today, that he wants to stay and fight for his place.
Hard, yeah.
And if that's the case, mate, we have got an unbelievable player. Seriously, because we can't knock his ability, mate. Seriously, it's the mental side up there. It needs sorting out. So, if you was Nuno tomorrow, mate, and Oliver Skip, he was in training today, but if he's not 100% to start, will you give this man a start tomorrow? I know everyone is not. I've heard a lot of people say, no way. Bench, minimum bench. Not a chance would he start tomorrow. In your eyes, would he start?
No. I think he'll be in the squad, and I think he'll be on the bench. I don't think he quite... we don't know how hard he's been working. Obviously, it's only been like a week, isn't it? Or I mean, he may have been working really hard during the international break. We really don't know. It's just frustrating because there's so much talent in the player. We know who's in there. He'll be our change in mid. He's the midfielder we need when we play a 3 in midfield, because he can advance and he can, break forward, something that the other 2 or 3 can't really do with his ability. I think it's just an attitude problem, but I've kind of heard it before where he says he's going to knuckle down and work hard, and then we go back to square one after a couple of months. So I want to see something different. I just don't think he's going to be fit enough, I suppose, for Nuno yet to be in that 3 in midfield. You've got to work hard. And I think if Skip's not fit, I hate to say it, but I think he'd throw in Winks, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the worrying thing, Matt. I don't want to see that player nowhere near this club again. I've said this before, and
I think if we're looking at
opinions,
if we're looking at, he's probably fitter, isn't he? In terms of
but he doesn't. I'd rather have a half fit ndombele on there who probably can give us something. You know what I mean? Unlock a defence, even with a chubby belly or whatever people call him.
I mean, to be fair, he doesn't actually look chubby. He actually looks in a pretty decent shape. He looks a bit slimmer. I mean, he might even change formation, mightn't he? He might not play a 3 in midfield now. He might play a 4-2-3-1 and maybe try and get the best if Brian Hill comes in and Kane, and maybe have that He might change the formation, like I've said. I don't know. He might go 2 up front somehow. I don't. But I think, I think time will tell. I think if he, I mean, I think it's a risk to start Skip, to be honest, after he went off the other day. But I mean, I'm not a sports scientist or the people who.
The thing is, Matt, we've had 2 weeks away. Tangy ain't gone away, is he?
No.
He's got to be some away along like 60-70% fit. He's got to be. If he's training every day, he's back here. Training every day.
I just think he's more likely. He's probably more likely to play Thursday night. That's what I'm thinking. But
I mean, and as we said, it'd be very interesting. If it was me, I'd chuck him in. Me, I'm smiling. I'm to gamble.
I'd like to see him, but I just think he hasn't really kicked a ball, has he? He hasn't even had a pre-season, really. He hasn't touched the ball.
People say an away game. Would you trust him away at this present moment?
But then you probably would you trust him maybe against Arsenal or Chelsea if he's not fully like? So he's got to get game time somewhere.
Yeah,
so it's
this is what I'm saying. I say you can't just say right, no, he's not playing tomorrow. He may play 10 minutes in again on Thursday against Rennes. Old Chelsea game. Let's chuck him in. It's a different.
He could be a good impact sub. Like coming on when Palace are a bit tired and he can really run it. Well, do what he does best basically, and break the lines. But I think, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I'd like him to start, but then I also think, is it sending the wrong message to 2 other players who've been working hard? I just think you don't want to disrupt that team continuity that we've got at the moment.
Yeah. But
it'll be interesting to see.
Then Nuno's got to look at if he is going to go with Harry Winks. I mean, Jesus Christ, this guy don't offer us nothing. I don't care what anyone says. Everyone's got their own opinion, which they're entitled to. Me personally, this guy does not offer absolutely nothing.
Obviously, I would like to name another player who would go in there, but we don't have another midfielder really.
And this is where we stuffed up in the summer, Matt.
Unless he puts Dyer in there, but I don't think he'll do that.
I don't know. I don't think he'll do that, Matt. And try and settle that back line at the minute. I just think, Matt, they thought we got enough. Everyone's fit. We'll probably have enough till January. And now, if it's true that Son's going to be out for a while and Skip is not ready, then these other ones are like quarantined because they absolute idiots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got a bit wrong on that side, isn't it? And we both said we were still 1 or 2 players lighting it. We need some enforcements. So, to me, I'll gamble on playing, mate, if Skip's not available tomorrow. Because it's going, do you know what? It's going away from Tangy at the minute. We got about how the defence is brilliant at the minute, Matt. Playing well, Or do you think that Skip and Pierre are playing out their skins and protecting that back four
that's what I mean.
Overshadowing people's comments about how good the back four are playing?
Well, I think they helped the defence. When we had Vertonghen and Vieira, Walker and Rose, like they could bomb on and get forward, and then you had that double kind of the protection of a Wanyama and a Ndombele. And I'm not saying Skip's like a Wanyama, but Højbjerg's a workhorse, Skip's a workhorse, and then they let Dele. Well, he works hard as well. The problem I see if Ndombele comes in, is he going to work as hard as Dele? I just don't think he is.
I just think now, Matt. I just think he's had a good talent at the club since from Paratici, from Nuno.
How many times does he need to be told?
Yeah, he needs. I just they probably gave him the ultimate, mate. Seriously, this is your last chance. Enough's enough. Knuckle down, or you're gone. It's simple as that. Because I can't see it's Paratici or Nuno taking anything from Dungaffin. So
I just worry if he goes in midfield, will Palace target him and try and, because if he doesn't, you have to help out in that 3-man midfield. You have to do your job.
Do you know what I like to as well, Matt? Some of the games do not play like a double pivot like Pierre and Skip, because sometimes we are too defensive when we go that way.
It's more a free pivot because Ali drops back as well. But then there's no one up the pitch really, especially if you don't have Son tomorrow. Like we haven't got that out ball because you can't rely on Kane because he's not quick enough.
Do you know what? I was looking at Kane in trading, and when he was shaking
He looked
Nunes
happy.
hands,
Well, he looked happier.
he looked happier, but he seemed a bit podgy. He seems like he's put some weight on again.
Yeah, maybe.
Because against Poland for England, mate, he weren't moving at all. Seriously, mate, I can tell his fatigue is. And everyone can say about it's too much time. It's not.
But again, he didn't have a pre-season, did he?
Oh yeah, we can say that. There's how many excuses we got to give these professional footballers
that
on
is his fault
200.
because he should have been back in time, and he probably would have got a pre-season
exactly.
game
But the thing is, Matt, we always give excuses to these footballers. I mean, they should be privileged to get 250,000, 300k a week. I mean, I think us fans, we do throw too many excuses at these players.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do. Literally, they should be privileged to get that sort of money.
I'm in a little bit of a grip. I think he has put a little bit of what, not much, but like a
yeah,
bit.
You can tell.
I'm sure he'll get it back off. Especially with Nuno, he's not going to let him get away with it.
Yeah, and maybe as well with Tangy as well. He hasn't let Tangy get away with it. And this, and
he did
say a couple of weeks ago that Tangy's not being the team because he's not up to levels what we expect. I mean, and maybe showing that in training now, Matt, and maybe that's probably why he's come out today.
He wanted to go as well, didn't he? And now he knows he's not going to go. He probably thinks, I'm just going to knuckle down now and get on with it.
Absolutely. So to me personally, Matt, before we get into the team news, right? I'll start Tangy tomorrow. Me personally, if Skip's not available.
Yeah.
Even if Skip's available, I'll still start Tangy. Let's get some attacking up there, Matt, because we can't rely on that three all the time. You know what I mean? To fire his goals.
He's looking a bit more fiery. I feel like he's due a goal.
Did you see that goal in training?
What a finish! He just went. He absolutely. Lloris literally just stood there like, oh shit.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, so to me, Matt, you're saying bench.
I think he'll play Skip. I think he'll start, and I think just to keep it tight, and then I think bring him on.
Right. Okay. So that's mine and Matt's thoughts. So guys, in the comments, get your thoughts in. Will you start Tangy tomorrow? Will you start Tangy if Skip's not available? Even if Skip's available, would you still put ndombele in there? We'll go into the Palace team news first, Matt. Eze looks like he's got an Achilles injury. Looks like he's out. That's a massive thing for us, Matt, if that's true. Ferguson, the guy from West Brom when he come, ain't seen much of him. And is it Olise, the one from Reading? Apparently he's out with back injury. I was listening to a Palace fan. He thinks that he could make the team tomorrow, so he could be make the bench. But apparently they're all out. Them three. Mihajlovic is personal reasons, so I don't know what the reason behind that. He's questionable. If he replays, he's a massive player. He's a captain of the club.
He's got a good free kick on him as well.
Yeah, he can take a penalty as well. That guy. So we can do with Eze being out. He is seriously when he's on his form, when he's on his game, it can be dangerous.
Last season, he was the one that supplied the assist. He broke through our midfield, and
Seriously, he's a dangerous player, is he? And with the captain as well, if he can be out as well, because he is a good player in that midfield. You know what I mean? So yeah, got some, and it's like a new lineup for Palace. So have a lot of new faces with Patrick Vieira coming against his old
enemy
rival, his old enemy. So it's a lot. It's a lot riding on this game tomorrow, Matt. It really is. And Tottenham team used Matt with the Celso. I just put it down as being stupid.
Love it.
Ndombele, apparently it's Nuno's decision. Romero, once again, being stupid. Sanchez being stupid, and they're all out. On Ndombele, I don't know why they put him in the out section. Matt, I should have swapped that too. But this is what I don't get. The questionables are Bergwijn with his ankle injury, Son and his calf injury, Skip with his groin injury. Cess is always out.
Cess is out,
That
is
guy's
it? Yeah, I really don't know what
he's
we're
never
going to
fit,
do
that
with
guy.
him. He just keeps
No,
getting injured.
he's hard work, that guy.
Yeah.
30 million quid. It seems like we just chucked that down the drain with him. It's a shame because we saw talent there when he was at Fulham, but he hasn't reached the peak, has he? And he's had a lot of times. Okay, not a lot of game time at Spurs, but he's had his moments, Matt, and he hasn't really performed, has he? Since Reguilon's come, he's pushed him away in it, really. So, Matt, out of all them, obviously, with the ones being stupid, obviously they're not playing. But the Bergwijn, Son, Skip, do you see? I can see all three of them being all right for tomorrow, Matt, even if they're on the bench. I think Nuno is playing good mind games here. Or maybe not. Maybe he's saying he's waiting for the doctors to assess Son still. I mean, because he said he's not right. It's an illness. Is that what they're saying? So,
well, it's something to do with his calf, because I don't know if you remember against it was Watford, wasn't it, or one of the games he went off during the warm up, didn't he? And he felt his calf go a little bit then. I can't remember. It was like a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? During one of the Premier League games.
yes,
I think it was
yes,
against Wolves, wasn't it? He went
yes,
off, didn't he,
he
during the
went off.
warm up, and he was
But
holding his
I thought,
calf.
because he had stripes on it. Yeah, strips in it.
Yeah,
Them strip,
it sounds like it's a
tape.
recurring sort of problem. So,
Yeah,
I mean, maybe
yeah, I
they won't
remember that.
risk him. I'd rather have him possibly against Arsenal and Chelsea, to be honest.
Yeah. Top 943 says yes, sire Matt. Yes, top 943 back in the building again. Absolutely. So, guys, if you are in the building still, guys, smash the like, guys. Subscribe if you already haven't, if you're new, and get your comments in, guys. Come on, let's far away with the comments, guys. So that's the team news for Spurs. I still say ndombele definitely 100% he'll be involved.
Yeah, I think fit will be Bergwijn, Skip, and then ndombele. I think Son is out. I do.
Right. There's a lot of fans think he's going to start tomorrow, Matt. So we'll have to wait and see. But it may be a big gamble if we.
I need to make a call on it. I've got to take him out for fantasy or leave him in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I was going to transfer him, take him out, and bring Ronaldo in, but I don't know. I've made him do that yet. So that's the Tottenham news, guys. Matt, I did done a couple of lineups.
Yeah.
I've done this one first, Matt. And I thought this is before when Nuno's conference come out today. So we started. Sorry, Matt. See that. Here we go. So we started with Hugo in goal, with Emerson, Dyer, Tanganga, Reguilon. I've gone with Pierre, Tangy, Ali, Son, Lucas, Kane. Then I come up with this one. This one, after when I thought Son's thing, it's the same, but taking Son out and bringing in Brian Hill. Is that the more likely Matt will go with tomorrow?
Possibly. I think Hill will play. And then I think Emerson will. I think he'll come in, and then Tanganga will have to. You can't drop Tanganga because he's had that good of a.
Did you see him go in training?
Yeah, what a finish!
Jesus Christ! And that's going down that right again, isn't it? And
yeah, it is just a bit annoying that.
What's happened with Romero and.
Yeah, it is a bit annoying that obviously what was I saying? I forgot. Sorry, I got distracted.
You're about Tanganga.
Yeah, I just don't think you can drop him. I just worry annoyingly that Sanchez isn't there, because I think him and Dyer have built up that partnership, and I think I'd like to keep that rather than have it all rejigged again, and then you got to, Tanganga is gonna. I think Dyer's gonna have to be the leader tomorrow and help Tanganga out. But but Roden could come in because apparently he's fit as well. So at least he's back. So it is another option. But I just can't believe what Sanchez, Lo Celso, and Ramir have done.
do you know what I mean?
I
I mean,
think selfish
you
of
know
them,
what?
really. But
You know what? The biggest one is Sanchez because he's had this partnership with
had a
Dyer. I
great
mean,
start to the
it's
season
a
as
great
well.
start. You know what I mean, and I think it will continue as well for tomorrow. You know what I mean? I just hope he doesn't unsettle it too much with Tanganga being there because it can happen, Matt. When you've got to start over again, not means got to find
And
Tanganga.
right back to centre back's a completely different position. You know, positionally you got to, but then he could tuck in and help Emerson out. So you know, because Emerson's going to be attacking with Reggie on.
Yeah, as I said, with that midfield there, Matt, I like to see him change it around from a 4-3. I like to see him do something else. You know what I mean? But I don't think we need to. Pierre can just come and just protect that back four. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And let Ali and Tangy join the three up top. You know what I mean? Here we go. We got a drink.
Yeah.
I mean, let Tangy and Ali join the three up top. You know what I mean? And I mean, because they can't do it on their own all the time. You know what I mean?
No.
But it'll be very interesting to see Brian Hill if Son don't start because
I'd love to see him. It'd be brilliant.
Because it's not worth just bringing a player in just keep him on the bench all the time or just keep him out the team. Oh, he's not ready. He's not ready. He's not ready.
I think he could play number 10 role. I think he could play the number 10 as well.
I think,
or you could play ndombele in the number 10 because that's where he likes to play mostly.
I've said this all along. Tanguy just behind that striker, mate. I've said it all along.
Yeah.
That's Tanguy's position. He's not a guy who'll trap back for you. He's not a guy he'll win you a couple of tackles, but he's more an advanced player. You know what I mean? Get the ball. But saying that, Matt, I was looking at his stats for club country, and even when he was at Lyon, that I think he's played over 120 games, something like that, and he's saying stupid like he's only scored like 8 goals, and he's at 10, 11, 12 assists. I mean, that is not a good return.
Terrible. Surely when you're looking at a scouting record as well like that, you're going,
that's what I'm saying. With his ability, Matt, this is what I'm saying. If we can get his stats better up with his ability and what he can do, he'll be an unbelievable player. I mean, if he can chip in with more goals and chip in with more assists.
We've got to get him working hard and we've got to find a position for him. I think that's key.
Yeah, because when I looked at his record for Lyon, I thought, do you know what, this guy, it was an unbelievable player for Lyon. And when I looked at it, Matt, for them 2 seasons, I thought, fuck, that is absolute dog poor.
Yeah, it's bad.
I think it was 1 season, Matt, 33 games, no goals.
Yeah.
3 assists, something like that.
But then you could say the same with Moussa Dembele. He was that type of player, wasn't he? That didn't score goals or get many assists. But what he would do is he would make our midfield tick, wouldn't he, and work hard. And I think that's potentially what they saw in an ndombele and another Dembele, but he's not. He's got the ability to be. It's just whether he's got the attitude. I think if he changes his attitude, he'll be a brilliant player.
Absolutely. We've got Jacob. I hope you're both well. Matt, did you enjoy your time away in Liverpool?
Oh, fantastic, Jake. Great city. Loved it, mate. We'll be going back. Really good.
It is good, isn't it? Liverpool's great.
Highly recommend. Yeah, I think a lot of people say, it's.
Tell you what, right? I'll definitely have
It's got that reputation, hasn't it? But a night out, brilliant there.
Night out and day out in Liverpool and Manchester over London. Seriously, unbelievable.
So much history there as well. You don't realise.
Have you been to Manchester, Matt?
Yeah, I've been to Manchester. Yeah,
unbelievable place.
Been to both. Me and Hannah prefer Liverpool. We actually enjoyed it a bit more. More stuff to kind of do.
It's more history, right?
There's so much history there. It's crazy.
Going to the Cabin Club, isn't it? When the beat. Yeah, fucking brilliant. Absolutely. So that's the team I think he'll go with. Matt, you're saying Tanguy may drop out in there and put Skip in as available.
I think it'll be Skip.
But to me, it's too defensive. But going away from home, maybe that's probably a good idea. I mean,
just to keep it tight for that little bit, and then maybe when Palace tire, unleash ndombele. Just go and be free on the pitch. Go and do what you do.
I just think we need to hit them with an early goal, really. But with all the injuries,
last year, though.
with the injuries we've got at the minute, we think they're injuries, and the guys who are being absolutely stupid, Matt, we still got a real good 11 there. I mean, and I'm looking forward to this guy. I mean, this guy really, Emerson. I'm looking forward to this guy coming. I really am looking playing tomorrow. I think he'll hit the ground running fast. Me.
It's not an easy
I'm
debut though,
hoping.
is it? You know, it's quite a
No,
hard game for your first,
it's really hard.
debut.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough game, that.
But so that Matt, let's get into the Palace. This is how I think Palace going to line up.
Yep.
Some of these names I can't pronounce, Matt, but I'll say this guy in goal. I think it's Mitchell, left back, and Emerson is a good young right and left back. This guy, Tarek Mitchell, he's young.
Yeah,
he's
very
19,
good.
20, something like that. Yeah. And I think that would be a good contest between him and Emerson going down that flank. And I think Region will have that Joe Ward as well on the right.
Yeah, he should
right
do
back.
if he gets.
Then they got Anderson along with this guy at the back. I don't know him.
I think his name's Guy.
Guy, yeah. Then they got is it Coyote? Is it Coyote? Yeah.
Coyote, yeah. If you just
Coyote in that
on his day.
in that holding role. And you got Gallagher
Quality
and MacArthur. MacArthur's 33, Matt. I mean, and that's what I'm trying to say. Palace have got some aging players there. They need to get rid of. But MacArthur's been a right good still player for him over the years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In that midfield,
sometimes it is good to have that experienced player who's been there and done it, and he, in that midfield along with the other two.
Well, especially with Gallagher, with Conor Gallagher there as well. He looks a decent player. Then you got the front three of IU. That could be replaced by Edouard. I think
Edouard's going to start personally.
And with Ben Teke with his goals at the minute, and with Wilfred Zaha, who hadn't had a good start to the season, but
don't say that.
But he can. I mean, we know what Wilfred Zaha can do. You know what I mean? But I think down our left with Region, I think he'd get at Ward as well.
I think down on our left and right, I'm pretty confident. They're both pretty quick.
I think Hill and Region will cause Ward a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. And so with Lucas and because if Bergwijn's fit, I was thinking of putting Bergwijn out there and dropping Dele and putting Lucas in that little holding role there.
The number 10 sort of role.
Yeah. I mean, because he's done well there last. Yeah, he does thrive in that position. And you got Big Ben Teke up front. I mean, always a handful. Doesn't matter if he ain't scored for 10 games. He's the guy.
Set pieces with him.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, he's a handful. He's an absolute handful.
Is that Jeff Schlott playing? He better not be playing. He always scores against us.
No, he may be on the bench. Well, on the injury list. Jake says, "What did you enjoy the most about Liverpool, Matt?" And they got loads of good bars and restaurants for me. What do you enjoy, Matt? What do you really pick out as your favourite?
It's too much, I enjoyed all of it. We had on our last day, they've got these electric scooters that you can hire, and you go around the whole city with them. Oh, brilliant! You just get around but there's so you can go around on the electric scooters, like on the pavements and stuff. But there's certain zones where you're not allowed to go, and that was good fun. I enjoyed the docks. I thought that was pretty cool. Cavern Club was good. I don't really know. To be honest, all of it. I don't think there was a bad day. To be honest, I think the actual nightlife was good. I quite enjoyed that. Yeah,
absolutely. So guys, bring your comments in still, guys. Smash the like, guys. Subscribe if you already haven't. And we'll go back to this, Matt. Who do we start at the back, Matt? That's the problem. We've gone through the teams there, Matt. Obviously, we've got no Romero, no Sanchez. And it does look like the only ones we can pick from, obviously, Rodon's there still. They're fit. Joe Rodon is. But it looks like they're going to go with Tanganga and Dyer. Is that what you'll go with, Matt? Will you play Everton from the start? Obviously, Reguilon's a shoo-in for that left back position. So with the choices we've got, Matt, that team I put up, that's probably the team that probably will go out tomorrow, Matt. We ain't got no much options, have we?
No, I think it's pretty spot on. Like I said, I just don't think you can drop Tanganga. I think he's been brilliant. Doing his job. He can play right back or centre back, so he's versatile. And I just think it'd be harsh if you did drop him. You can't drop Dyer. I think he's been very good, and he's quite a leader. You can hear him on the pitch. He does shout a lot. I think, Emerson, I think, will play. I think he kind of has to because I don't trust Doherty. And Reguilon or Davies, isn't it? I think we need Reguilon more. I think he's a much better left back.
Yeah, we need some pace tomorrow, Matt. We can't sit.
Yeah,
seriously, mate, we can't sit in behind the ball and defend.
Especially with no Son. Especially with no Son. We need to. Yeah.
But I would decide if Son does start tomorrow, but that's another thing. But yeah, after Rodon ain't had a look in this season so far, has he? So I can't see him coming in.
I think he'll play on Thursday, won't he? That'll be his first game back. I reckon they'll slot him in on Thursday with Dyer or someone else. On
Thursday, Matt, we need to just try and keep most of our big guns out, mate. You know what I mean? We've got Chelsea. Chelsea next weekend. You know what I mean?
Try and get the job done on the Thursday as quickly as possible.
Especially if we get a good result tomorrow, mate. If we get a good result, another win tomorrow, Matt. Doesn't matter how we come of it. Another win tomorrow, mate. Another 3 points on the board. 12 points out of 4.
Yeah, it'd be brilliant.
Great. It'd be a fantastic. And going to the Chelsea game for the confidence, Matt, at home.
Yeah.
Full house. You know what I mean?
First London derby, full packed as well. It'll be big.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, we've got to start having some confidence in us as well.
Yeah.
So me personally, definitely against Rennes, we've got to. Doesn't matter. Just keep the big guns out. I mean,
who we got on Thursday? Is it Rennes?
Rennes, yeah. Is it away?
It away?
It's away. It's away. Yeah.
It is away. Yeah.
But that's what I'll keep the big guns out of that one, mate. And because Chelsea's going to be a mass game.
Yeah.
Because if we do lose this one, mate, or a draw won't be end of the world. But a win, because if you want to get into the top 4, Matt, which is it's a massive call for us this season, but we've got to pick up points from here, mate. We can't go home empty-handed. Do you know what I mean? So, to me, Tanganga, has to start with Dyer, and I think that's the only options we've got, Matt. It really is. It's shocking because I love to see Romero tomorrow. And who would you drop though? Sanchez or Dyer? This is the problem he's got on it. Would you have dropped one of them for bringing Romero away at Crystal Palace? It's going to be tough, ready with Benteke giving him grief.
I would like an unchanged team because I think if it's not broke, why fix? If it's not broken, why fix it? I just think, but it's going to be a choppy, changed team again because of injuries and silly players being selfish. But I'm sure that's another day. We'll get into that.
Yeah, absolutely. It really does, mate. It gets you, mate, innit? Just stupid, absolutely stupid.
It's more. As well as I'm annoyed with the player, I'm annoyed with FIFA and UEFA for not having. They're just not doing anything. They just don't care. Like there's no safety precautions, nothing. Like these players have all got families and stuff, and this disease is a killer. It doesn't doubt about it.
I can't see how they got through. They should know they're professional footballers.
Why can't they just say no international matches and the World Cup might not be on next for Qatar? Who cares? 1 year off the World Cup. Just do it another year.
Yeah,
I don't get
it. But Matt, we'll get into this other topic of. We know in the opposite dugout, mate, from Nuno. Call him what you want, but he was a great Patrick Vieira, on it.
Yeah,
what a player he was. Fantastic talent, a fantastic player. When you're thinking of a guy rock solid in midfield, Matt, this is the sort of guy.
When we
back
bought,
then, proper footballers, proper midfielders.
Yeah, when we bought like a ndombele, I thought he'd be kind of like our Vieira, like a little bit.
Hasn't materialised yet, but it can still.
He could.
with,
That's what I mean.
yeah,
I think he could
yeah.
be that good. Yeah.
But will Vieira get one over us tomorrow, Matt? And it's all ramped up, ready for it. Spurs 3 out of 3, top of the league.
Yeah.
An ex-Gooner in the opposite
Yeah.
dugout. He's going to want to get one over
Yeah.
Tottenham, so we can make the Arsenal fans happy before they play Norwich.
Yeah.
At least something to sing about. It's written in the stars, Matt. Innit? It's all geared up for written in the stars for Patrick Vieira to get one over us. I'm hoping it doesn't. I hope it doesn't turn out like that. But it's Tottenham, Matt. We've seen these sort of things before, Matt. Innit?
Yeah.
Ex-managers of the opposite rivalry of ours get one over us.
Yeah.
It won't be the first and it won't be the last, Matt. So can you see Vieira getting one over us tomorrow?
I bloody hope not. I mean, he could. I don't. Yeah. Palace is a tough one because we do tend to struggle there, or it's just really, a tight affair. I think I'll be able to tell you more when I see like the first 10 minutes of the game. When the first 10 minutes of the game, what Tottenham turn up, you can normally tell how they're going to play that day. If it's going to be good or if it's going to be one of those frustrating, performances. But I think we're fitter. I think we'll be ready for the challenge, and I'd bring it on. Yeah, let's put him in the mud further. That's what I say.
Oh, Matt, seriously, I love it. Seriously, I love to get any win will do tomorrow. As I keep saying that, any win. Seriously, I'll take another 1-0.
Yeah.
I'll take another 1-0 tomorrow. And I've seen people say 3 or 4. No way, not a chance.
I saw one earlier, 4-0 Spurs. I was like, nah, behave.
I love their enthusiasm. I love them getting hyped up about it. I love their. But I can't see him being a 4th. It's going to be a tight game. It's either going to be a 1-0, 2-1.
Always a hard place to go. Always a hard place.
Yeah. And Patrick Vieira will get them going without a shadow of doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be an extra pump for tomorrow.
But their fans will as well. It's a London derby. They're going to be well up for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be rocking tomorrow afternoon, definitely.
I just hope he doesn't, mate. Because I mean, don't take away as a footballer. I mean, Matt, probably one of the best I've seen in the Premier League.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, I think we've had a little bit of bad luck this week. Hopefully, it can just turn to good luck now.
Yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
I think we've had our sort of...
But when Palace appointed Vieira, did it raise some eyebrows? Did it raise some what's going on here?
I think
Vieira?
it was surprising because I think to go from Roy Hodgson, who's he doesn't play the best football, but he kept him up and he kept him up for. He kept him going, didn't he? In terms of in the Premier League, there were games where they'd pick up results against United. Okay, they weren't brilliant to watch. I think that's what Vieira will try to bring. Obviously, I've watched Nice when Vieira was there, and I wasn't massively that impressed with them when he was there. The Euro expert calls him a not that good of a manager, sort of thing. Pretty poor, and he's only been in the game for a couple of years in terms of management, whereas Nuno's probably done it a lot longer. I'm sure Nuno will have a game plan. I'm sure they would have looked at it and done their homework. If we defend well tomorrow, it's
going to be interesting, Matt, this game as well, because Nuno did reject Palace.
Yeah.
Before Vieira, before he come to us, he rejected. Maybe he knew the link with Tottenham. And maybe that's why he pulled out of the Palace.
If we don't make any silly mistakes and defend well, I think we win.
Yeah. I just worry about our defence, Matt. We've been so good, isn't it?
A bit shaky, isn't it? Yeah.
Right. Been a bit shaky tomorrow. I mean, because
they should be going in there with confidence.
With how good they've been,
yeah.
I still say Skip and Pierre's done a job as well. I mean, protecting that back four.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, making them look that they've done a fantastic job on their own, but them two needs some praise as well. You know what I mean? How
Oh,
they dug
definitely.
in as well. You know what I mean? And maybe upsetting that tomorrow with no Sanchez there, maybe no Skip. Just hope that doesn't unsettle it a bit.
Yeah.
And hope we do stand our ground. And I think
Well,
Nuno will tell him straight in
yeah.
it.
I mean, I trust Tanganga. I think he can play centre back. He's done it before. That's his natural position. Well, apparently, I do like him at right back as well. I think he can defend.
No, I'll be back in a minute.
No problem. I think he can defend. I think he'll be reasonably solid. He just needs Dyer to really step up tomorrow, help him out a little bit. But they've all got experience in that team. I mean, Tanganga maybe on the right-hand side to help out Emerson would be good, just in case he bombs up the field and then he can tuck in because he knows the right-back position, especially if Emerson wants to bomb on. So I think it will be Tanganga just for that sort of reason.
Yeah, I'm just hoping so, Matt. I'm just hoping we come out with a good performance, and this man don't spoil our day tomorrow. And Matt, another one. Has Palace found a gem in Eduardo, and have we missed something, or do we just dodge a bullet there? What do you think? Do you think Palace coming from the Scottish League to the Premier League is hard? It's always hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's chalk and cheese, isn't it? You know, it's come from the Scottish League's only like one or two teams in it. I mean, probably even me and you probably go for that, Matt, and score
I was kind of
goals in
saying
that league.
if we were in the Celtic or Rangers team, I reckon we'd get a couple.
And coming to the best league in the world. But this guy,
he's got ability, definitely.
He's got ability. Yeah, don't take it away. I think this guy, if he plays tomorrow, he could probably cause us problems as well, Matt. This is what I'm a bit frightened over. And this is probably written in the stars as well. Edouard gets the winner, you know what I mean? And which we could have got in for in the summer, do you know what I mean? On deadline day. And things like that would not surprise me either. You know what I mean? So have Palace found a gem in Edouard?
I think he's a good player. I think a gem for them is someone like Eze. I think he's a real gem. I think he'll be a great player. You got Michael Elise as well from Reading. I think he'll be a fantastic player. I mean, Edouard's good, but it's hard to say. I think time will tell if he's a gem for Palace. If he scores some goals, then he'll lift them up higher up in the table or get them results. So, but I think time will tell. But bit gutted we didn't put in a bid for him just because it's just another option, isn't it?
I mean, anyone like him were done. I mean, as a backup option, Matt. I mean, because okay, we've talked about it before. We haven't replaced the Benitez goals, the Bale goals. I mean, and I think he would just been absolutely spot on. Been perfect for us, I think. I just hope he does have a great season, but not tomorrow. After tomorrow, Matt.
Yeah.
After tomorrow, so and maybe then he can just look upstairs and say, "Listen, we did miss out on the job." Because I think he's a good player. There is a good player in him, Matt. And as you said, I think it's going to take him time to adjust to the Premier League. But scoring goals, he knows where that goal is, and that's one thing for sure. Absolutely. So, guys, in the comments, do you think they found the gem? Do you think we missed out on someone like Edouard as the backup to Harry Kane? Will Vieira get one over us tomorrow, guys? Who would you start in the back tomorrow, guys? Ndombele, does he start tomorrow? Does he get benched, as Matt said? Can this run continue? This winning run continue? Just let us know in the comments, guys. Just let us know. So, Matt, after when we've done all that, Matt, the team, you think that team's a bit spot on, Matt, that second one with Brian Hill in that three?
I think it'll be about right.
That's the team will.
Well, I do think
with Tangy started, or would you say no? If Skip's available,
I think if Skip's available, I'd throw him in just because it's a bit of a different defence. I think we would need that more of a screen, and he works hard. Skip's got a good pass on him. He's got a good range. I think Delhi would be more advanced in that role, but he'll help out as well. And I think it's going to have. I think where the game's won is in midfield tomorrow, possibly. I think whoever kind of can get on the ball more and dictate the game, and if we can create chances.
If you look at their 3 to our 3, our 3's better. You know what I mean? Our 3, I think that
definitely.
I wouldn't say like superior over them, like and like it's like fields in between them. You know what I mean? But they have got an aging MacArthur, 33. They've got a young lad, Connor Gallagher, who started well. Two goals against West Ham. And Canate, we know what he can do in there. He'll do a dirty job like what Vieira does. He'll tackles everywhere, strong. Yeah. But if you look at ours, mate, I think we've got more quality, got more creativity. Well, I can say that if Tangy starts, because that's where our creativity, what we've been missing, can come from. You know what I mean, Tangy can be.
I still think Delhi can be the creative player we need.
Delhi can. It just frustrates me, Matt, because he doesn't do it enough. To me, he's a sort of player, mate. He arrives late in the box. He knows how to do that well. You know what I mean? And
Delhi was better when he had someone like Ericsson, because Ericsson would he would be the one marked Ericsson, and he'd whip the balls in. You know, those crosses, those direct agonal balls where he can go in for headers and, you know, play it in behind. And that's, I think, where Delhi was at his best, when he had a player like Ericsson who would give Ali the license to run past Ericsson and into the box and almost have that second or, you know, striker.
All you have to do, mate, go back on the goals against Chelsea. And when
it was near enough Ericsson to Ali, wasn't it? Ericsson to Ali.
I mean, them headers arriving late in the box. You know what I mean?
That's what he's good at. That's
what he's really good at, and we've got to get that back into Delhi.
Well, we've got to find another Ericsson type player then to get that Delhi back.
I still think, mate, it's Tangy. People, do you class him as a creativity now, Tangy?
Yeah, I don't think he's a defensive midfielder.
No,
because I don't think he works hard enough, and he's not like a Hojbjerg.
He hasn't got the stamina. He hasn't got the energy.
He gets knackered. He's never done 90 minutes, or I think once he's done it.
Maybe, Matt, he's going to come back and surprise us. Maybe. But I'd like to see, if he's going to come back, hope Nuno does get the best out of him and try and use his abilities in the right areas. You know what I mean?
I think long term, if he was to be fit, he'd probably take Ali's position, maybe.
Yeah,
I think if he had Skip and Hojbjerg who would do the dog work and really get stuck in and screen the back 4, you can let Ndombele in that 3 position then. Maybe say to him, you've still got to get back a little bit, but go past people and create space for Son, Kane, Brian Hill, Bergfine, you know, whoever we've got on the pitch.
And going on to Brian Hill as well, Matt. It may look like he may have to start tomorrow. I mean, and that's not a bad thing for me. I've been calling for players like this to be unleashed. I mean, the only way they're going to get the experience, the only way we're going to know if you put them in these sort of games, Matt.
Oh yeah, I'm sure for him, he'll be excited as well, and he'll go.
Same with Scarlett. It was all about a backup striker here, Matt. And Scarlett, okay, he's 18?
We're going to have to play him, aren't we? We're going to have to play him now.
Seriously. I'm telling you, 100%, right? If you give this guy a run of games with Harry Kane, right, alongside him, not bring him Kane off and bring him on. Play it alongside with Harry Kane. This guy will get better. I mean, with game time, and he can improve, and I think he'll mature as a player. I mean, that's how the Michael Owen's done it, mate, and how the Wayne Rooney's done it at a young age. You know what I mean, they played with the best. You know what I mean? And why not Scarlett? Give him. We know what he can do. I mean, give it a go. We haven't got a backup striker, but we've got one in the reserves there. You know what I mean? We've got things. Scarlett, use him. Can I tell you now? He can surprise a few people. Trust me. If he gets it right without playing with Harry Kane, as you said, Matt. I mean, players are 2. I mean, so Brian Hill, Matt. Is this the correct game to throw him in tomorrow? Are we going to have a choice? We might have a choice.
If they don't want to risk Bergfine or if he's not fit, then we don't have a choice. There's no one else because Sessegnon's injured, so you can't play him. So you have to play Brian Hill.
Absolutely. So top line 4-3 states, I think Edouard will want to prove something against us tomorrow for not getting him. I don't think top line 4-3. I can see where he comes from. I don't think he's going to want to prove that to us.
He's going to want to improve.
Because he doesn't know if Tottenham was. We don't know if we was in for him. You know what I mean? That was just like rumours going around that we was looking at him. You know what I mean? So we may not have no interest in him. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, but as Matt said, he's going to want to impress not only Tottenham but the Premier League. You know what I mean, he can do it. He can come from the Scottish League into this league, and but tomorrow, Matt, the headlight's going to be on Harry Kane. No, if there's no Son, we've got to find someone to score goals. It's a big game for Harry Kane. He needs a big game. He can't hide away tomorrow.
What I don't want him to do is drop deep, because if he drops deep, you don't have Son to run him behind. He's got to just play up front tomorrow.
Unless
Brian goes in that position. But
seriously, him and Brian, mate, in the Conference League, they had a good little thing going on there.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian Hill was he was finding Kane.
But Kane stayed more central, didn't he? He kind of stayed in that and let Brian Hill play on the wing. He didn't drop deep, really.
Yeah. So that tomorrow, that could be key to us tomorrow. But I would love to have Brian in that squad tomorrow, in that starting 11. I'll tell you now, throw him in. Let's see what we can do. That's the only way he's going to learn.
If he can do well at Palace away, there's a player in there, I'll tell you, because that's not easy to go for your first game.
Absolutely. It's hostile reception. You've got the atmosphere will be electric. You know what I mean? It's such a small stadium, Matt, and crowd on top of you, and it'll be electric. It'll be electric there tomorrow. And as you said, if he can do it tomorrow, I think it'll be great. I think it will be great for Brian Hill. Because look at Cristiano Ronaldo, mate. When he went to United, I mean, they threw him in at Bolton. Against Bolton. I mean, I don't know if it was a home game or away game. Doesn't matter. Bolton. Back then, Matt, they were known as hard hitters, isn't it? When you had the Campos and Nolans, and they were like, "You're not getting past me, mate. That's it. You're going to ground." And he done absolutely fantastic. Okay, he done about 500 step overs. I mean, but they saw a talent, Matt, and didn't hold back today. That's what Alex Ferguson he threw him in. I mean, and that's what we need to start doing with this Tottenham team. We need to start throwing the talent. We always say it's too early for him. Next season, stop next season stuff. If he's the talent, I mean, throw him in. Have some freaking balls.
Yeah, Brian Hill will play, won't he? He's going to play quite a few games this season. He'll play in the cup games mostly. And
in Scarlet, Matt, not just the conference. Get him into this Premier League. Jeez,
mate. I mean, 10, like if we were like 3-0 up at home, and it was 70 minutes, I'd probably whack him on for 20 minutes.
He needs to start getting experience in the Premier League, Matt. Because I mean, all his under 23s or whatever he plays, under 20s or whatever he plays. I mean, he's banging in goals left, right, and centre there. Yes, we know it's not the same, but pronounce his name, Matt. Go on, you're the expert, lad.
Marci Palami.
Yeah, Marci Palami from Matt. Thanks for coming in, pal. Absolutely. Said Simon on the ball as always. Yeah, just. Listen, mate. I've always said this, that how doesn't matter how young this talent is, if he's good enough, unleash him. I mean, Rooney was unleashed at 16, and look what he achieved. Do you know what I mean?
Even if he has a bad game, he's going to learn from it, isn't
he? Exactly, Matt. Exactly. They got to learn somewhere. It's like, do you know if you go for a job, Matt?
Yep.
And they say you need experience. Well, you're not going to gain experience. You're not going to give them a chance.
Yeah.
This is the same in football. It's just exactly the same in football. Absolutely. If you're not going to give a youngster a chance, you never know what ability he's going to achieve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, people say, "Oh yeah, but he's scoring for the under 20s or whatever." That's nothing. That is nothing. Let's get him in. And I just love to see Nuno have some flipping balls about him. You know what I mean? We haven't got a backup striker. We got no one in there, Matt, have we? Absolutely no one. If Kane goes down, We are absolutely knackered, and we are. Then you got to throw Scarlett in, and that will be the wrong time
Yeah.
because the pressure will be on him. This is the right time now to get Scarlett in, to let Kane nurture him. You know what I mean? Let him learn off the best. Kane's the best 9 in the world. I don't care what anyone says. You stuff your Lewandowskis and all that. Seriously, Kane just showed it the other night. He wasn't in the game, was he? Right, against Poland. But that's what quality striker. Yeah. One little glimpse of magic, mate. And that was people. And do you know what made me laugh after that, Matt? I don't know if you saw it. Keane was saying the keeper could have done better. Fuck off, would you?
He literally swerved like that.
Just give it a rest. Jesus Christ. What's his name? The goalie again?
Szczesny.
Szczesny. He saw it. Kane's hit it, and it was going straight at first. And it literally gone back. And he literally saw it the last minute. He's not getting to that. Oh, the keeper could have done better. Oh, come on, Keane. Come on. Jesus Christ. Oh, do you know what? I do like Roy. But sometimes he can say some literally silly comments. You know what I mean? And, oh my God! But to me, that's what Harry Kane's got, mate. Seriously. And if it's anyone can learn,
if you give him that time on the ball like Poland did, he'll get it on target because that's what he.
Absolutely. Got my cousin Michael. How's it going, pal? Hello, lad. That Chelsea fan again. We're sitting here dancing away, top of the league, 3 out of 3. We got to enjoy it, Matt, because it's not going to last.
No, it's not going to last. So
we got to sing. We got to sing and cheer about it. But yeah, I don't know your thoughts on it, Matt. I mean, about young footballers and things like that.
I'd love to see Scarlett given a chance. I think there is a player in there, but like you say, he's got to get that experience to prove it.
It frustrates me, Matt, because wait till he's 20, Matt. That's what you see, innit? Wait till he's 21. Well,
the thing is, mate, we don't really have that choice because we're going to need to rest Kane at some point.
Absolutely. But I want him to start with Kane. I'd love to see that. I mean, I'd love to dip into, even if it's in the cup game, in the conference. There you go. We don't want to play Kane, obviously not. But maybe a game that is not. I mean, we don't really need to win, Matt. You know what I mean? Something like that, Matt. We need to see where this guy is at. You know what I mean? Scarlett. I mean, let's see how good he is. Let's see how good this guy is. You know what I mean? Because you can't be hiding forever with excuses. No. Wait till he's 20 or wait till he's 21. I mean, and to me, I've always said it, and I'll always use examples. The Rooney.
I mean, you never know. Nuno could throw a curveball and play him tomorrow. You just never know.
Well, you never know. Yes, exactly. And Derek
could probably play on the wing. He could play on the wing. I'm sure he could.
I'd like to see him at number 9, mate. Seriously.
Yeah, it would be good.
I'd like to see 2 9s, mate. One game. Change it up a bit. You know, as you said you was. You'd love to have 2 up top. That's why you wanted Martinez to come in. You know what I mean? You want him to play with Kane. Yeah. Not as a second. As a focal point to Kane. We've got Derek Hudson. Yes, Derek. Always on every channel. This guy always does the rounds. Big up you. Big up you 2 guys coming Spurs, and that's brilliant. Someone just pops in, says hello to us. Thank you very much, Derek. Thank you very much, pal. We've got Michael, top of the league. Well done, lads. I like the look of your squad manager. Will do well with the squad. I see you lot finishing top 6. Michael, absolutely correct. I think we will finish top 6. Now, if you say to me, top 4, I'll take it now. Let's end it now. We're not in the league. We've got to be realistic. We're not winning this, but it's good. It's good where we are at the minute. But if you say top 4,
that would be amazing.
Amazing.
That would be unbelievable.
Season. Yeah, an amazing season. But if you say top 5, if we finish 5th and a trophy, I'll be happy. And the trophy will have to be the conference, because I'd love to say we were the first ones and rub it in Arsenal's faces that it's a European competition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but what I don't want to see this year, Matt, is us fans concentrating on the likes of Arsenal. I mean,
No, we just need to
Just
concentrate on
hate
ourselves.
it.
Just do
I
our
mean,
business.
oh, we can finish above Arsenal. Oh, we can beat it. No. Stuff Arsenal. I mean, I don't care. Stuff Arsenal. I mean,
We just got to
absolutely.
concentrate on ourselves. Win games. That's it. Game by game. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah,
You just never know.
Absolutely. We've got Jake says a 1-1 draw for you lot tomorrow. Way, because Liverpool's got a tough game tomorrow. They got even more of a tough game at home to Leeds. So we're actually rifling them off. If Matt's got the weekend's fixtures in front of him, we can go game by game more quickly before I end off. We'll do the our predictions because I've got to do it this week, Matt.
Yeah.
What do you think of Liverpool Leeds? Without Alisson. Oh, Alisson and Fabinho. Wow. Think we'll struggle. Jake, seriously, mate. Leeds. You know how they'll play. They just play one way all the time. They attack. They'll always leave their defence open all the time.
I fancy.
There'll definitely be goals.
I fancy a 2-2.
Do you know what? That's what I said earlier on another stream. I was watching another stream. Actually, I was actually at Leicester Till I Die last night, Chris.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm on Chris's channel next Tuesday. I think it is the 14th, doing a preview of the weekend games. And I see actually, so I'm gonna see if you're available, Matt. I see we can get both of us on. And I said a 2-2 draw, or maybe Leeds nick it. You know, so Jake, I didn't know Alisson was out and Fabinho. I still think this could be a draw. I think this is going to be, as Matt said, a 2-2. And I'll probably stick with a 2-2 actually. Absolutely. I don't know what Matt thinks about it. But I think Matt said a 2-2 as well. Dietrich Kane, yes, pal, always in there as well. I want Roden, ndombele and Emerson tomorrow, please. Nuno, drop Ali. Wow. What Dietrich, what don't you like about Ali? Tell us what don't you like about Ali. Don't like his work rate this season is much better. I mean, that's what we've been asking about. We've been saying last season is too lazy. It looks like he's not bothered, but it looks like he really is coming of age again. We need a tiny bit more goals from him, some more assists. So as well, we got got Derek saying 6 in the Europa Conference. Michael says, hey, did anyone say Leicester would win the league? Big things could happen for you guys. Yeah, Mike, things like that. It's a one in the blue moon. It's always one in the blue moon. These Leicester.
Well, every team's gonna have to be off it, because when Leicester won it, United were miserable, City were pretty terrible. The only ones were us and Leicester, and I hate to say it, Arsenal, but
you're absolutely spot on there, Matt. And someone did say the other day, and I think it was Fact and Stats, said it on the stream the other day, Matt, and it's going to have to take clubs off the boil, players underperforming for other clubs, to us to have a good season. Yep. I mean, but Michael, I can see where you're coming from. It's like the Arsenal Invincibles. I mean, it's once in a lifetime. You don't see things like this often. But I'll write our title chances off, Mike. I don't think. But you never know. You just don't know, do you? You just don't know.
No. I mean, you got to believe, innit you? But we'll just aim for the top 4. That's all we want, or top 5.
Forget about Arsenal. Who cares about? Exactly, Derek. Exactly. This. I've been saying this, and I've always watched streams and always concentrate. Oh yeah, but finish above Arsenal would be fantastic. We should not be flipping thinking about finishing above. We should be finishing above Arsenal. For fuck's sake, the way they are at the minute. I mean, so that's not really our main target, is it? Really? I mean, we've got Michael says even with Alisson and Fabinho in squad, Liverpool will struggle against Leeds. They are pushing forwards team. Jake says we've got AC Milan Wednesday. Phil, there might be wow, what a game! AC Milan. Is that at Anfield, Jake, or is it at Milan? Because I can see a rotation, as you said, with that. Michael says Ali needed a manager that believes in him, and Nuno has got Ali planned. Yeah. Before Matt comes in this, because me and Matt, we're big Ali fans, Matt, isn't it? We want Ali to do well, isn't it? And And what Mark was saying here, we've said it before, Matt, innit? He needs a manager that believes in him. And I wouldn't say he's playing good in that sense. He's working hard, Michael. That's what we've seen so far this season. He against Man City, he covered the most ground than any other player. Unbelievable covering against City. Not only that, against the other team as well. We now need him to find his scoring again.
Well,
come up
he's got a goal. He's scored one in three, hasn't he?
Just pitch in, innit, Matt? Just chip in with a few.
If he could get 5 or 10 goals in midfield this season, it would be brilliant, because it just takes a little bit of the pressure off Kane and Son all the time.
Absolutely, Matty. Absolutely, pal. We got Jake. It's at Anfield. Wow, what a game that's going to be!
I still fancy Liverpool there. I really do.
Kessie, what do you reckon, Matt? Kessie.
Well, he's going to have a worldie, mate, and then you're going to sign him on a free transfer.
We've got a few comments here now, mate. They're rolling in now, Matt. I need to be out in a minute, guys. Mr. Stids will be waiting for me soon. Didrik says he doesn't help the team going forward. Kane needs service, and ndombele will do that, but only for 70 minutes. Work rate doesn't win you games. Goal and assist does. Last game he missed many chances. Yeah, I agree. He has missed it, and this is what I said. If he can just turn these great hard working performances, I call them, into a few goals and assists, yeah. I'm not sure on ndombele, you're saying he's only last 70 minutes, but we could have we ain't seen him this season, so we could be slagging him off still and he can just turn up and have an absolute stormer. So that's why I'm not right in. But go on, Matt. Go on. You can have your say about it.
I agree with most of it. I just don't agree with work rate doesn't win you games, because I think it does. If you look at when Liverpool won the title, I think Jake will agree that their work rate and their pressing ability to be able to win the ball back high and then go, you have to have that work rate and that fitness, as well as the ability to, to win. And when we were under Potts, we had that work rate and that design. We scored more goals and we looked a better team.
But Matt, just go back on that Man City. We went to the 94th, 95th minute.
Work rate
intense. Tackles after tackles. That's work rate to win the games. Yeah. But Didrik, I don't think Matt saying like he doesn't agree with your comments.
No.
Things, just saying like work rate. I do.
You need it.
I do lean with Matt, because we always bang on about the work rate, which hasn't been there for Spurs for a while. But this season, we've seen a massive. It's gone up there, and it's gone up a couple of levels, and it's looking good. I mean, we need to keep at it. But I do agree with you, mate, with the tangy. He needs to. We can get that head sorted. Seriously, we have got an unbelievable player. Unbelievable. I still say he's probably the best midfielder in the league still, with his ability. His work rate's shocking. So we can't call him the best in the league at the minute. We can get them two together, playing well, lasting games, scoring goals, assists. Boom. I mean, we got Jake saying a few players have come back from internationals with injuries. Wowzers, mate. Wowzers. I like Ali. Always has his work rate in his first 3 games. It's brilliant. Yeah, it has. It looks like, as what Matt said in pre-season, he's working. The videos we've seen, he's working hard. See, even on the international break where he
was doing he signed up with the PT who Reece James has. Yeah,
absolutely. He was pumping there, Matt, and it was absolutely working.
Mate,
I mean,
working hard.
But I want to transfer that onto the pitch with goals. I mean, get the fans back inside, Delhi. I mean, I do believe majority of the fans, they do believe you still. Jake says, are you doing predictions in this stream, or have you already done them? I know. Do you know what? I absolutely totally forgot to ask Matt. We'll do it for next week, as when we do the Chelsea game. But Matt, if you have got the fixtures in front of you, without going out or something like that, if you have got it in front of you, we can quickly we can fire them off at the end here once we finish these comments. Michael says, I hope Kante ain't injured. He's definitely one. Oh, I know. I've seen him when I was going for my dream team,
is
my
he
fantasy
injured?
team, and he's got a red line, which he's injured. So I'm gonna have to bring him out. I haven't got another Foden. He's not ready either. That's my swap. He's injured as well, so I'm a bit stuffed at the minute. I might have to take Kante out because I do prefer to have Foden in there. Don't say Kante's a bad player; he's a fantastic player.
Very good.
Top 3 saying, let's get these 3 points on the board tomorrow, make for another great weekend. Absolutely. First game up. Yeah. Let's say win the game. Doesn't matter who else wins. We're still top of the league.
Yeah, exactly.
We're firing high. You know what I mean? Let's get off to a real good start again. Jake says pressing is key. Also keeping the squad fit is key. We barely got any injuries when we won the league. Exactly what Matt said. Yeah. You had a good blend of everything, Jake, innit? As Matt said, you had good work rate. You had players playing for Klopp. You didn't get much injuries. Everyone was firing all cylinders. Everyone knitted as a team. You know what I mean? And it does win you trophies like that. Michael says, DHX, mate, you need and that because work rate from players does win you games. I can see on both sides of the fence. You know what I mean, quality. It's all right having all that work rate. And if you keep drawing a lot of games with a lot of work rate, you'll rather swap winning games with people who's still chipping with goals. You know what I mean? So I can sit on both fences. You know what I mean? So, go on, Matt. Let's Palace versus Tottenham. Go on. We're gonna go for it. Go on. You can have first stumps on this one.
1-0 Spurs.
Oh, you've. Do you know what? I can see Palace getting a goal there. I hope not. I hope we do continue this, but I can see I think we're going to be a bit unsettled with cut positions tomorrow. And I think they have got enough firepower up there to at least get a goal tomorrow. So I do say we've got to watch Conor Gallagher coming from midfield.
Yeah, quality. Very good.
Reminds me of a tiny bit of Lampard, how he just arrived late comes out of nowhere and will score goals. So to me, I'll say 2-1 Tottenham. 2-1 Tottenham. Michael's going with a 3-0 Spuds. Kane with a brace. There you go. Go on, Matt. You've gone 1-0 and I've gone for, did I say 2-1? Go on, next one, Matt.
Arsenal Norwich. I'll let you go first.
I'd love to see a Norwich win, but I can't see this. If they lose this one,
he's done. If they lose
apparently
this, he's out.
Apparently he's not. Apparently he's not done. He's not done. So the pressure will rank up, mate. The pressure will rank up most definitely. But I can't see Arsenal. I think it looks like they've got most of their players back, mate. It looks like, but you never know. 3-1 Arsenal. I hate to say it, but yeah, I can see them getting back to winning ways.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Matt? Go on.
2-0 Arsenal.
There you go.
Obviously, not Norwich.
2-0. Yeah. Derek says, great day Mbappe on the pitch tomorrow. It's all right to say these names. It's a bit cringy when you say these Dane Mbappe's. It's fun. It's fun. I see where you're coming from, Derek, but to me, he needs to prove it.
Yeah, he needs to prove it. You can't put him in there
yet. Yeah. I can see. It's not only you, Derek. I see it on loads of other streams, mate. They come up with these Dane Mbappe's. I don't listen to that. He needs to give him the chance. He needs to improve that he is this top dog, this special player we've got. And that's how I feel. Jack says Norwich win, Arteta sacked. Matt, what do you reckon of that?
I think if Norwich were to beat Arsenal, I think he would be sacked. I do. I think that it would be too toxic. You can't lose to Norwich.
No, I totally agree with you there, Matty. I totally agree with you. Derek's gone with 1-0 Norwich. That's the Spurs. He's got his Spurs head on, isn't it, Derek? Fair play. 1-0 Canaries. Arsenal are in real trouble. Wow.
I just can't see Norwich defensively keeping them out. But I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So I've got Billy Gilmore in there. I mean, he's quite a plus this season so far. Next one, Matt.
Brentford, Brighton.
Oh, what a game! What a
Yeah.
game at that Brentford as well. Wow, two teams on all right form as well.
Yeah.
Scoring goals. I do like the like of Tony. I like Bazuma. Mopay's always a pain in the butt as well. He always comes up with goals. Matt McAllister as well.
Yeah, they
You've
got
got one to look
back
at
now as well. They got Welbeck
Yeah,
back.
you've got Lamptey well back now. Wow, Brentford as well. I mean, them two up top. Of course, any
Should be a good game.
effective
Should be a good game.
1-1. 1-1 I'm gonna go for. Go on, Matt.
I think Brighton will nick it 2-1.
As for hey, he's Brighton's heads on again. Michael's gone into the Chelsea game. We ain't got to this one yet, mate. He's going 5-0 Chelsea. We can't be up to it. And Villa ain't the same without Grealish. Derek's gone for 1-1. And Michael's gone for 2-1 the Bees. Go on then, mate. Next one.
Leicester, Manchester City. It should be a good game.
Woo! Wow, at Leicester. City without a striker. We'll go like Torres. I think he'll do all right. I think he will chip him with goals this year because he's got so much array of talent, creativity around him.
Leicester might be without Vestergaard and Johnny Evans, so they might be pretty open at the back.
Still though, mate. Still, they've always got that in midfield up front. Still in it. Indeed, he's got the steel in there. Tillensman, you've got Maddison, you've got Vardy, you've got that Paston Daka as well. You've got Iheanacho. You've got plenty of firepower. So is City. I mean. Wow.
What are you going for?
2-1 City.
Ooh. Sorry, Chris. 3-1 City.
Is Chris watching? I don't think he is.
He might at some point. I'm so sorry to him now, but yeah.
Michael says 2-1 Leicester. Derek's gone 2-1 Leicester. Wow, I can see Leicester doing City. That wouldn't surprise me, Matt. That really won't surprise me.
Yeah.
Next one, Matt. Go
on. The return of the king. Man United versus Newcastle. Ronaldo.
1-0 Newcastle.
Are you actually going with that?
Nah.
Jesus. At Old Trafford.
Oh. He won't start, Ronaldo.
He is. No, I've heard he is.
I don't think so, Matt. But it wouldn't surprise me. Because he's a big vocal player in it. But it doesn't matter if he comes on a bit. I can see 3-0. I can see 3-0. 3-0. I can see. Ronaldo will get a brace for these.
I'm gonna go 4-1.
4-1. Wow.
Yeah.
Derek saying 4-0. Hard turn beats Adam. Yes, bro. Thanks for coming in, pal. He's saying 2-1 Newcastle. He's obviously got his Spurs head on there. Michael saying 3-0 to the Manx. Ronaldo with a brace on the return as he's starting. Oh, we'll have to wait and see about that. I wouldn't be surprised if he does start. Up next, Matt. Who's up next?
Southampton, West Ham.
Wow, this will be an interesting one.
Yeah. Oh
yeah, we got she is Ellie. Yes, Ellie. Hi, chaps. I feel we will win 3-2 tomorrow versus Palace. Hope Gil gets a start as impressive in spells. Ellie, thanks for coming in. Absolutely, you're always on everyone's channel. I like your show the other day you done with the girls. I thought that was all right. I watched a couple of minutes of it. It's good to see you on some show doing your own thing as well. It's brilliant. And your prediction 3-2. Wow. Where's that come from, Ellie? And Hill, I want this guy to start tomorrow. And Jake says 1-0 Newcastle, own goal from Maguire. Our turn beats 1-1. And Michael says 2-1 Hammers. So, go on, Matt, you can go with the Southampton West Ham.
I'm going to go 3-1 West Ham.
3-1. Wow.
Yeah, I just think they're going to have
Wow.
too much, to be honest.
Antonio's on form, and
He's on
Declan Rice
fire,
he's had a good international break. He's been absolutely
Benrahma,
fantastic.
Jared
Ben
Bowen.
Rama,
They've
yeah,
just signed.
Suchek.
They'll play Zuma tomorrow, won't they? Probably
Yeah,
for his
that's
debut.
what I'm saying. Southampton, no Ings, no Vestergaard. Will Prowse has got a lot on his shoulders. He's going to have to carry him this season. Armstrong up there as well. Derek saying 2-2. I can see this being an absolute hammering. 4-0 West Ham. I think they're just absolutely hammering. Antonio, if he gets his eye in, mate, seriously, this guy is a player who Tottenham should have went after in the summer. I mean, I don't think West Ham would have sold it. It would have been a massive 40 million, saying silly. But 4-0 United, Matt. 4-0.
Wow.
Ellie. So next up,
Watford Wolves.
oh Jesus, Griffin Christ, Watford Wolves. Watford Wolves. Wow, Wolves have looked quite good in their 3 games. They've been unlucky to lose them.
They have looked really good, actually. I think they just can't finish.
With Adama Traore, lucky we didn't get him, but there's been
it's always next summer or January.
Always. 2-1. Wolves. 2-1 Wolves.
Oh, I was going to go for. Yeah, I'm going the same. I'll go 2-1. I think they will win. They're due a win. They've played really well. They're actually been unlucky their last 3 games.
Right, Derek's gone for 1-1, and Michael's gone for 0-0. Guys, thanks for everyone's coming to chat so far. It's absolutely fantastic. Smash the like, subscribe if you already haven't, and tell your friends, guys. Get on it, subscribe. It's free of charge. It doesn't cost nothing. Our turn beats 2-0 Watford, he's saying. There you go. Ellie says ndombele in the house. It's not ndombele, it's Ndom Gascoigne. That's what it is now. Ndom Gascoigne, Ellie. Because of this picture, we have got the Ndom Gascoigne in the house. Tomorrow, I think he'll do well if he starts tomorrow as well. So, Matt, next one.
Chelsea, Aston Villa.
Cool. Wow, this will be a good game. Chelsea with home form. Lukaku. Wow. With they've got is it Saul Nunez, whatever his name is now.
Yeah.
That midfield, very good player. Surprised Atletico let him go really. Danny Ings and Bailey and McGinn and wow. Chelsea will win it though. I can see Chelsea doing this. I don't think it'll be 5-0 though, Michael. I can see Lukaku get 1 or 2. I'm going 3-1 Chelsea. I wouldn't be surprised if a 2-2 draw though, but I'll go 3-1 Chelsea.
I'm going 3-0. I think they've got a good solid defence and they do tend to keep a lot of clean sheets.
There's no Thiago Silva tomorrow, but yeah, they're so
really
team.
I think have they? They've got Christensen and Rudiger. So yeah, 3-0.
Yeah. Derek says 2-0. Michael says 5-0 Lukaku hat-trick. Our turn beat saying 3-1 Chelsea. Matt, up next. And we'll have to get out of it.
Yeah. We've got Leeds, Liverpool.
At Liverpool, at Anfield.
No, it's at Leeds. It's at
Ellen
Road.
Leeds? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, flipping, I thought it was at Anfield. Wow.
No, it's at Ellen Road, yeah.
This is 2-1 Leeds.
I'm going for a 2-2.
2-2.
And then the final game is on a Monday night.
Against 2-1 Leeds. Here we go. Go on, matey.
Final game is Everton, Burnley.
Burnley are in the mud, mate. They're in trouble. I think this is the season they could go down now, Matt. I think the luck's run out with Sean Dyche. I think he's done as good as he's done a massive job. He's done a great, fantastic job. It's just they haven't spent, have they, really much?
No.
Everton don't score much, do they, really?
No.
Every now and then. 2-0. 2-0 Everton.
I'm going to go 3-1 Everton.
Wow.
Yeah.
2-1 Leeds. 1-0 Everton. 3-2 Liverpool. 2-2 Alter beat Saints. So, guys, we are going to love you, leave you, because I've got another. Well, I've got to go into Sid's channel now, just for half an hour. It's a talk of Ndombele, Ndom Gascoigne. That's what I'm going to change my name as well to Ndom Gascoigne before I get on there. Thanks to everyone who's in the chat. It's been a fantastic stream again. Palace, Tottenham tomorrow, massive 12:30 BT Sport. I'll be at work, I'm afraid, so I won't be watching it. Hope another victory for Spurs tomorrow. And Tangy, I hope he gets his run out tomorrow, and along with Brian Hill, if Son's not available. And let's hope this winning continues. Thanks for everyone in the chat, been fantastic. Thanks for all the regulars that always come in and support the channel. Smash the like going out, guys. Subscribe if you already haven't. Get all your families and friends. Get on it. Subscribe to his channel. It's free of charge, guys. It just helps the channel get to 1K. Jake says, need you guys to do watch-alongs when you get the chance to. Yeah, we will do 100%. When I finish, when I get a chance, we'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
Like I say, we'll see you later, lads. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you, Derek. Jake. Ellie. Thanks. Who else? Top 943 as well was in the chat. I think I can't get up to the top. I missed out on some. Yeah, so everyone else as well in the chat. So thanks for everyone, guys. I'm afraid I'd like to stay on for a thing, but I think Sid will be wondering who I am. So guys, from Premier Hotspur TV, guys, I've been Simon, guys. This has been my co-host Matt.
Cheers, guys. Been great.
Love you, leave you. Have a fantastic weekend, guys. And I hope your team, whoever you support, wins. Hope the mighty Spurs get the results tomorrow. Hope Patrick Vieira don't get one over us. Hope that man in the background as well, Edouard. So we don't know. We just don't know. But if Tottenham turn up tomorrow, if Harry Kane turns up, I think we'll be all right tomorrow, guys. So good night. God bless, guys. Have a fantastic rest of the evening and the weekend. Have a fantastic rest of the evening, guys. Have a fantastic weekend. And come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.